If I wanted to make $2,000 a week from trading,
this is what I would do.
Now, the first thing I would do is I would not focus on trying to make $2,000 a week. And this is a very hard concept to a lot of new traders or people in general that are not successful. They don't have to be with trading, it's just in general, okay? Guys, you can't really focus on trying to make money. You have to focus on the things that's going to make you the money so you can bring in the money automatically. Most people are desperate, so they feel like they have to do certain things to get money. But a lot of times when you are desperate, you are doing the wrong things and acting the wrong way. And that alone is going to hurt you from getting the money, okay? So you have to understand there's a certain way and certain things you have to do in order for you to attract the money, okay? If you're desperate, trust me, you're not going to think straight and you're going to act or behave the wrong way and do the wrong things. If you're trying to get a job and you're trying to basically, interview for that job, I can guarantee you, if you're desperate, they can smell it, they can see it, they can see how you behave, and they can tell that you are desperate. Instead of being desperate, you should have things in place so you can attract, okay, that right employer, that right job for you. So a good example is having a good resume, right? They can see that, man, he been doing this all these years. He has experience in this. He's able to do that. Wow. That alone, right? Your resume alone is going to attract job opportunities your way, right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to behave any way. You did the necessary work so that job could attract, or you can actually attract that job, right? And when they actually look at your resume, they would be silly not to hire you, right? It's the same thing with anything in life. Let's say that, shout out to all my fellas, because most of my audience, probably 90% male, right? Guys, if you're trying to, attract a female and maybe you want a relationship or whatever the case is, you want to date a female, don't act desperate, guys. Trust me, they can smell it. They can see it from a mile away, right? Instead, what you do is you get yourself together, right? Once you get yourself together financially, mentally, you look clean, you smell good, you have a whole bunch of things, right, that will attract a female, and they will come automatically. See, some of you guys just got it all backwards, and it's the same thing with trading, guys. You are chasing the money too much. That's not the thing you should be chasing, guys. You should be focusing on the right things that's going to bring in the money automatically. So right here, guys, this is a success pill, right? And we all know that if you take any type of, medications, most likely they're gonna have side effects, right? So you have to understand that any type of pill or medication, you have different ingredients, right? So this is a success pill. This is something that I came up with maybe 3 years ago. So if you see anybody explain it this way, most likely they're copying from me. But anyway, listen, money is a side effect, okay? You have to understand that money is a side effect. So let's say that we are trying to build this success pill, right? So we need different ingredients, right? So let's say one ingredient is hard working, right? The next one is back testing. Okay, we're talking about trading right now, right? The next one is following the rules, right? The next one is risk management. The next one is having a strict plan, right? So we have these different things that's going to build our success pill, okay? So once we do hard working, back testing, following our rules, risk management, having a specific plan. Once we have all those things and we are doing all those things, right, the right things, guess what? We are going to have side effects. One of the side effects could be what? Freedom, right? The next one could be what? Money, right? It's a side effect. So a lot of people, what they do is they focus so much on the money and they don't realize that focus on the money is a waste of time, because it's this right here, guys. The ingredients right here, that's what's going to make you the money automatically. Okay. Another side effect could be what? Opportunities, right? You can attract more opportunities. Another side effect could be, I don't know, females, right? If you're a male, if you want, a wife or a girlfriend, they're going to come, guys. They're going to see success. They're going to see that you're doing really good. They're going to come, right? Another side effect could be cars, whatever the case is, guys. You have to understand that it's the things that you are doing every single day. Those things are going to bring the things that you want. So you have to be a magnet. And the only way you're going to be a magnet is you have to do the right things. So that's the reason why I went and focused on making $2,000 a week, right? Because if I'm doing the right things, the money's going to come automatically. Now, the second thing is, right, I would do is once I start to understand my strategy, I'm making money, right? I'm going to start as small as possible, right? So I want to prove to myself that I can actually make $100 a week before I make $2,000 a week. Why is that? Because if I can consistently make $100 a week, guess what? That means I can actually make $2,000 a week. All I have to do is increase my size, and that's it. So you have to understand, guys, stop trying to skip the line. Okay, some of you guys always want to skip the line. You want to go from just making no money at all, making $2,000 a week or $1,000 a week. Guys, relax. Okay, relax. Start small first. Okay, prove to yourself that you can make $100 a week. I know that sounds silly, like, man, $100 a week, that's all? Listen, guys, listen. Stop having a short-term mindset. Okay, think long-term. That $100 a week is not going to be forever. Okay, it's just for now, so you can actually prove to yourself you can make $100 a week consistently. Okay, and once you do that, and when you're making that money, then you can increase it little by little, and next thing you know, boom, I'm making $2,000 a week. This is how I would do it, right? And I think this is how you should do it. Now, the next thing I would do is I would always remind myself that I'm going to lose. I'm not going to have a perfect win rate. My win rate is going to be around 50 to 60%, right? And you should understand that too. Some of you guys think that you should have a 80% win rate, 90% win rate. If it's not that, then that strategy is garbage. Guys, don't do that. I remember me having a strategy, right? I was trading it. I was doing good for 3 weeks straight. And then the 4th week, I actually had a break-even week. And guess what I did? I actually threw away that strategy and I was looking for another strategy. Guys, that doesn't make any sense at all, right? And I'm quite sure some of you guys are doing the same thing. We are going to have break-even weeks. We're going to have losing weeks. Stop thinking that you are going to win all the time. I know it seems like it, because the reason why I threw away that strategy is because, you know, on social media, it seems like everybody's winning every single day, right? It seems like nobody's having losing days at all. Guys, we all have losing days. We have losing weeks. So you have to understand, okay, and accept that you will lose, and accept that your win rate might not be that high. It might be at 50% or around 60%, okay? And you do occasionally have those streaks where you are on a winning streak and then your win rate goes up to 80% or 90%, right? Yes, you're gonna have weeks where, man, it seems like you can't, you know, lose at all. But eventually it goes right back down to reality and you're winning maybe around 50 to 60%, okay? Keep that in mind, accept that. Now, the next thing I would do if I want to make $2,000 a week is I will focus on 1 or 2 strategies. My last video, I talked about you only need 1 strategy, right, to actually make a living, right? So focus on at least 1 or 2 strategies to trade the market. I like to trade supply and demand. And if you want to trade another strategy, look at the last video I did. I talked about, you know, how you can actually trade a gap strategy where it comes back to fill the gaps. But you can start with a simple strategy that's called supply and demand, and you're looking for maybe a trending market and you're looking for that continuation. Let me show you guys some examples. Okay, so this is the 5-minute chart, right? So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for aggressive buying or aggressive selling. Okay, so this is called supply and demand. So right here, we have the market doing aggressive buying right here, right? And the market pulled back. And these are trades that I took recently. So yes, now we have demand right here. So I'm looking for a reaction at that level. Now, this right here, I missed this trade. I was kind of mad, but it is what it is. I missed the trade, but it came back again. Notice how it came back again to that demand level. And I saw the market creating some type of wedge, right? For a quick 1-to-1, right? And I was done. So this is a good strategy for anybody that's trying to make any type of money when it comes to trading. Okay, this is definitely a strategy I would use if I wanted to make $2,000 a week, because it's a strategy that allows you to ride the momentum that's in the market. Because when you see demand or supply, that means that there are a lot of buying or a lot of selling going on, right, from big players that's in the market. And usually when big players are in the market, most likely you will start to see a continuation in that direction. So this supply and demand strategy, I would definitely use, right? I will wait for the market to come to that demand zone. Okay, I have so many videos on my channel to show you how to draw your zones. And then I will look for a reaction at that zone, and then I will take the trade. So let me show you guys another example. Okay, so here's another example, guys. Right here, we have aggressive selling. This is the opposite. Before it was demand, now this is supply, okay? So we have selling right here. Now we have that supply zone, and we have a couple of rejections right here. I went short, and this was a nice 4-to-1, meaning that I got 4 times my money on this trade. So this was a nice trade, straight to the point. Again, this is something I would definitely use every single week in the market. Now, the next thing I would do if I want to make $2,000 a week, guys, is I would be a very good trade selector. Okay, let's go back to the trades that I just showed you guys. Can you tell me, right? Or, you know, just look at it. This looks like a what? A clear trade, right? Being a good trade selector is all about looking for clean and clear markets to trade. I remember someone asked me the other day, you know, was this a good trade? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, you know, you did everything right. It was a good trade. But me personally, I don't like that trade because, you know, the market was kind of choppy. Okay. So the way I look at the trades, or the way I trade, I'm very picky on risking my money. If I'm going to risk my hard-earned money, okay, and if I want consistency, I'm going to only trade markets that are very clean and clear. So, good example, let's go back to here. Look how clean this market is. It's coming back to that supply example. We have a nice double test right here. Boom, I take the trade. Let's go back to another example. Another example right here, guys. Very clean. You can't deny that we are in an uptrend right here. Okay, very clean. Pull right back to that supply zone. This is a very clean and clear chart. I don't have to guess. I don't have to ask myself a million questions before I take the trade. Should I take the trade? I don't know if this trade. I think this trade. No, it's just, ooh, this is clear. Let me take that. Boom. If you have to ask yourself a million questions before you take the trade, most likely the market is choppy, or the market is doing something and it's confusing you and it's not a clear picture. So these are the trades that I would take every single week if I'm trying to make $2,000. Now, the next thing I would do if I want to consistently make $2,000 a week, I will have a daily loss limit. Okay. The reason why you want this is because you don't want to blow all your profits or your account in one day. So your daily loss limit should be maybe 3 trades. If you have 3 losers, okay, now 3 losers could equal up to a dollar amount. So let's say your dollar amount is $300. You do not want to lose no more than $300. Okay, so if you don't want to lose no more than $300, you set that as your daily loss limit. Some brokers do have a function inside your platform where you can actually set that amount, and if you go over that amount, they will lock you out for that day and you can't trade at all. Now, let's say you don't have that. Okay, guess what? As soon as you're down $300, you close your laptop and you walk outside. Okay, because if you don't, you're going to convince yourself to take another trade. So have a daily loss limit because it's going to help you survive and stay in the game for a long time. Now, the next thing I would do is I would keep doing the things that's making me money. Okay, a lot of people love to, you know, just mess up a good thing, right? Because after a while, when you start to make money, it gets boring, right? It gets boring. So a lot of people will mess around, tweak with it, maybe add some new things. Guys, even if you add new things, if you are going to add new things, please either try it on demo first or back test it, make sure it works. And if it doesn't work, if it's messing up your plan, get rid of it. Some of you guys usually mess up a good thing by adding new things or doing something to mess it up. Okay, listen, keep doing, if it's working, keep doing that, right? So that's what I would do. I wouldn't, you know, mess around with anything else. Maybe, you know, mess around with the size a little bit, but honestly, keep it as simple as possible. Even if it's boring, I wouldn't mess with it at all. And the last thing I would do is I would trust the process. Okay, so many people really don't trust the process because let's say that they have maybe a couple losers in a row. They start to doubt themselves like, oh man, you know, is this legit or did I get lucky? Trust the process. If you have a good strategy, trust it. You take the trades no matter what, no matter if you think that trade is not going to work out. You know how many times I take a trade and I'm like, I don't know, it might not work out. And a lot of times it worked out. So it doesn't matter if you think that trade is not going to work out. Trust the process. Take the trade and live with the results. Understand, we're going back to, you know, what I said earlier, understand that you will lose. It's part of the business. It is what it is. It's okay, right? Trust the process no matter what, no matter if it's a lose or not, and continue to take the right trades. That's how you build consistency. Okay, remember what I said before, your win rate is not going to be high. A lot of times it's not going to be high. Some weeks you will have winning streaks, but for the most part, be okay with having a 50% win rate. Be okay with having a 60% win rate. Stop trying to be that trader that's going to try to win 90% of the time, guys. Trust me, you're going to be banging your head so many times for this magic trade or magic system that doesn't exist, okay? If you really want to make consistent money, consistent $2,000 a week, you have to understand these things, okay? And you have to trust the process no matter what. This is how you be a profitable trader, and this is how you can actually make consistent money from trading. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also if you have any questions, comment below, because I try to answer all your guys' questions. If you want to learn how I'm trading, go below in the description. I'll show you guys how I'm doing it. I do have a program for you guys. Check that out. And until then, thanks a lot for watching and have a great day.